Okay, ladies, it's me. I am here to do a video of all my must-have hair products that I use. People meet me on the street, at church, at my job. Where do you do your hair? You know, why is your hair so pretty? What do you use in your hair? What do you eat? What's your hair care regimen? And I decided to do a video to answer all those questions. From relaxer to extensions, I'm going to do a video to give you an update on everything that I use, all the products that I use, and what I do from day to day. So, it's going to start with my relaxer. I use the Soft Sheen Carson Professional Optimum Multi-Mineral Reduced pH Cream Relaxer in regular. I use regular only. Mild is too soft and super is definitely too strong. I use this cream relaxer. I have generally soft enough hair. I've been using this for the last 10 years or so. It works just fine. I have no complaints about it. I can generally use any relaxer, but this is the one I choose to use. For neutralizing, most neutralizing shampoos work fine, but this is what I have been using for the last few months. This is the Motions neutralizing shampoo. So I use this neutralizing shampoo also to neutralize my hair, and it does give the hair nice moisturizing. It smells very well. It does not have a color indicator, but it works just fine. Apart from this, I tend to wash my hair and condition my hair with Suave Professionals. I have the volumizing shampoo and the moisturizing conditioner. I use any one of the combinations, the different lines, but Suave Professionals is very good. I use Pantene and Dove as well, Herbal Essences, but I have noticed that lately the price is very economical and you still get good results. It clarifies very well and it moisturizes very well. And I use this on my natural hair as well as on my hair extensions. Apart from that, if I want to do a deep conditioning, I use the Motions Critical Protection and Repair Treatment Conditioner. It comes in this yellow jar. You can see the texture of the product. It's a kind of cream product, and you can see the grains of the almond seeds and the different seeds and oils combined in it. It works very well on my leave out. I generally would weave my hair for 3 months. So when I have to take down an installation to wash and condition my hair, I generally use this because it works very well on my new growth. The other conditioners sometimes have a hard time getting through the new growth, but this goes through the new growth. It softens the hair, and so the comb goes through my new growth like nobody's business. So this is a very good product. They also have the Silk Protein version of this, which is a pure white silky texture, but I prefer this texture. So I have this. Lately, I've had a very bad dry scalp, so I use this T-Cell product by Therapeutic Shampoos by Neutrogena. It's for dandruff, seborrheic dermatitis, and psoriasis. It clears and helps prevent flakes and scalp buildup. They also have a conditioner, so I use this. So I've been using this product of late. Mind you, I am in Trinidad and Tobago, so all these products that I am showing you will be products that can be bought at Pennywise. I have bought all of my products at Pennywise Cosmetics. That's our local beauty supply stores, like the major one. You can buy this at Superfarm and other grocery stores and supermarkets, and other places, but I buy my stuff at Pennywise. So the prices that you see, the price tags you see on these products are Trinidad and Tobago dollars. They're not US dollars. You all can get this stuff anywhere. You can even buy them online if you want to at Target, Walgreens, Amazon even. So I use this. Apart from my relaxer, and I showed you my washing products, usually when I'm done washing my hair, I do one out of two things. I would use the Tresemme Heat Tamer Spray. It's a heat protectant. I would use this and I would spray over my entire hair if I'm going to blow dry. If I'm going to leave my hair to dry, air dry, I would usually just take some of this Do Grow Mega Thick Growth Lotion Anti-Thinning Formula. I would use some of this in my hair. I would just throw some in my hand, and then I will just take it and rub it through my hair. Now this is a cream, but it's an oily cream. It has an oil base, which is very good for relaxed hair. I try not to encourage people to use products that have petroleum, especially relaxed hair that has petroleum in it or petrolatum, because it's a little too heavy for our type of hair. It's better for natural hair. So I would use this. Generally, after I wash my hair, I will do I should say before I do the drying part, if I have to dye my hair, because most times when I relax my hair, I put a hair rinse to kind of seal it, close back in the cuticles, I would generally use this brand of hair color, Kiss Express Color. It is the only brand of color that I use. It has staying power. Now mind you, you need to protect your scalp, your nape with some petroleum jelly because this baby holds on. I would recommend lightly conditioning your hair before you use this color so that it won't hold on to your scalp too strongly. But this is what I would use if I'm doing a hair color after relaxer, or even when I'm ready to do an extension and I have to dye my leave out to match my weave. But of late I've been trying to dye my weaves natural shades of brown because my hair is a natural brown, my hair is a 1B, and I'm kind of tired of having to dye my hair jet black to match the jet black hair extension. So what I decided to do is that I dye my extensions. If I have Virginia and I have to dye them, I dye them a 1B so that I can have that natural blending. I will add the color a little later on, but just to avoid having to constantly be dyeing my leave out. Give my hair a break, I guess, from that whole process. So right, if I do decide, I usually would thermal wrap my hair. What thermal wrap is basically when you finish washing and conditioning your hair that you wrap it in a towel. Now I would not recommend using a towel because a towel does suck moisture from your hair. You can use a t-shirt if you have one of those nice soft terry head wraps or whatever. You can use a t-shirt and you can wrap your hair with it, and then you can put the towel around you. You leave it for like 15-20 minutes. What that does is that bit of warmth that your hair creates inside, all the stuff that you put in your hair will now be infused into the cuticles, and it definitely softens your hair, and it does take out some of the moisture, so your hair is not as wet when it comes out. So then I would proceed to blow dry or air dry my hair. Like I said, I would take some of the Do Grow Mega Thick and I would rub it through my entire hair before I blow dry, and sometimes afterwards. I part my hair in 4 sections, and I would take the comb, I part smaller sections, and I would moisturize my scalp with this product, or I would moisturize my scalp with the Perfective Mega Growth Anti-Breakage Hair and Scalp Stimulator. So this is that. They have many different products in the Perfective line: shampoos, conditioners, moisturizers, hair treatments. I use this. It's a hair dress formula, but I use this on my scalp. It's very light and it smells really good, so I'll use this from time to time on my scalp as well. So after blow drying and moisturizing, of course I have my cornrows put up and I have my extensions put in. In the event that I'm not wearing extensions, I have a moisturizer that I'll put in my hair from time to time, apart from the ones that I showed you. I would use the Fantasia Icy Hair Polisher with Carrot Growth Serum. Oh gosh, it's so hot. I will use this. It's a hair polisher. I came across this by accident. It polishes your hair very nicely. It works well on your synthetic hair, on your wigs, on your weaves, on your own hair. It gives a nice shine. It's not heavy, it's not oily, and it smells great. So it gives you a nice polish without weighing down your hair or making your hair very oily or greasy. Now, after I found this, I came across this bad boy, which is the one and only Moroccan argan oil. So I use this. I bought this also at Pennywise. I have the 8-ounce bottle. I mean, this works well. This works very well on your weaves, your natural hair. I use this on my skin. I use this on my nails. Just a dime size amount in your hand, so 2 drops. You rub that together and you can pass that through. It controls frizz like nobody's business. I mean, I like the John Frieda Anti-Frizz Serum, but this works just as well, and it's a lot cheaper, and you get the same effect. It definitely tames. It gives a nice glow, nice shine. It's not oily, it's not heavy, does not weigh down your hair. So it is a good product, but you have to use it sparingly. If you use too much, you would have some other problem. So I use that for styling. On my extension, people always ask me, how come your hair grows so much when it's in a weave? It's because it's a protective style for me. And 2, because my hair is in a weave, I tend to try to take care of it. You must still clean your scalp. If you can't wash your hair, wash all of your extensions. That's why I love the 3/4 wig, which is what I have on right now, because you can take it off and then you can wash and see about your hair and put it back on. For those who don't have that luxury and haven't real sewing, I recommend the Witch Hazel. So I would get, it's a natural astringent, it's not harsh. So I'll get a Bounty paper towel. I'll totally soak the Bounty with the Witch Hazel, and then I'll use that and go between the corners on my scalp and clean my scalp. When I'm done, I will take my hair dry and just let some air pass through it, and then I'll proceed to moisturize, whether it's with castor oil or tea tree oil or any of those kinds of oils. Or I use, for me, I use the Motions Nourish Leave-In Conditioner. So we have these leave-in conditioner sprays. So I would, part my hair and I would spray this in to moisturize, and try to do it every 2 days, preferably in the morning, not at night when you go to sleep, because when you go to sleep and you lay down, it's going to soak up into the tracks of your weave as well. So you do this in the daytime when you get up and you go in, so it'll have time to absorb into your hair without getting into your weave. So this is what I would use on my leave out, on my cornrows underneath. Apart from that, I would put in a track or two on the top. So what I do when I do my tracks, I would get the Morning Glory Grow Protect solution, and I would paste that onto the area that I am going to leave, that I'm going to play the glue, the track onto. So I'm going to put that on there, coat it heavily, blow dry till it gets hot, and then I will lay my track down. I generally use this Salon Pro 30-second anti-fungus hair bonding glue. This is what I would generally use. I mean, there are other types, but this is what I use. I think that it works very well. It doesn't give you that stinky odor as it gets older. I have this for a while and it's not smelly. So I use this and I get to hold on my track. But other than that, I don't. I generally try not to use glue. If you are gonna use glue, I would recommend that you need to take it off, that you soak that glue track with some moisturizer. You can use some of the same moisturizer, some oil, and just gently slip it off. There are products to remove glue, so you can buy those if you want, and you just gently glide it off, and then you take a comb and you gently just comb it out. Don't yank it because you will pull out your hair. We've all been through that. The only other thing that I use, and I'm using of late on my hair, I don't use product on my hair other than the products that I've mentioned to you so far. I would use a little bit of the Ampro protein styling gel in the black jar with the white cover. I would use some of that on my edges right here because I don't have very coarse hair. I have a kind of soft wavy hair, so when I sweat or it's moist or humid, my edges wave up. So I would use some of that to kind of keep them flat and keep them laid down. Other than that, of late I've noticed that I have some broken, damaged hair on the top of my head right here. You know, I've done my hair and these little pieces of hair sticking out, and that's from the heat damage and stuff. So what I decided to do, instead of fighting with the brush to get them to lay down, I started using the Flex Light and Free hairspray. I don't generally use this. I've had this a long time, and if you notice, it still has a little bit in it. I use this very sparingly. I can't tell the last time I used it. But what I do with this now is that I spray a little bit on my hand, I pat it together, and then I just glide it over, kind of press down on where I want the hairs that are sticking out. So what it does is that it causes all those sort of short hairs to lay down onto the rest of the hair, and it works so well. It doesn't make your hair very hard or stiff because you're not using much, and you're kind of stamping out some of the alcohol, letting it get a little bit of air, not spraying it directly onto your head, and spraying it in your palms, and you're tapping it together to get some of the alcohol out, and then you're just laying it down. So that sticky stuff that is left is what's going to hold down your hair. So, more or less, ladies, these are the products that I've used. That's more or less what I do. I don't do anything spectacular. I just do the basics. At night, I put my hair in a satin bonnet, and I go to sleep. Sometimes I don't. I tie it down with a scarf, and I go to bed. It's a very simple thing. I can't say that I do anything out of the ordinary, but this is the stuff that I use, and I hope that, you know, you can find these products. I mean, for those in the U.S., you can find these products anywhere. Those of us in Trinidad and Tobago, we can find these products anywhere online. If you have a hard time finding any of these products, please leave me a comment, and I will give you some directions as to where you can get these products. So, more or less, that's it. So thank you. Please rate, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you all have any suggestions about how I can be a better YouTuber, how I can, you know, make my channel better. If you all are interested in seeing or hearing anything from me, please, please, please let me know. I will be back with some more videos. I have a ton of reviews to do about hair and products, so look out for those. So thanks for watching. Keep Jesus first and everything else after. Bye.